Welcome to After Dark at the Fixed Ops Roundtable, featuring Sophie Jordan Collins and Ted Ings. This episode is brought to you by BG Products, partners beyond products. And now for your hosts, Ted Ings and Sophie Jordan Collins.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another Fixed Ops Roundtable After Dark show. Today we are joined by Steve Apicella of Strategic DX, Sticks Brown of Radiant Ride, the lovely Jean Ings, who works for Quantum 5, and of course, your host, Ted Ings.
Sophie, wow. We had a big first day at Fort Stock today, everybody. Thank you for being here. And, great job to all of you. We have a lot of exciting segments. Sophie coming up, and Jean and Steve and Sticks. And, of course, we want to thank BG Products, who is on the show as well today. They're the exclusive sponsor for the After Dark show. And so, Steve, this fellow here in the chat, Jim Sabino, is now becoming a big superstar on social media. He's at All American Ford in New Jersey, and he lit it up, Sticks, on the mobile panel. And Steve, I was just excited that Jim didn't even have a social media picture on like a month ago, and now he's like all over the airwaves, Steve.
Well, you know what? Rising stars are all around us on this show today. We're honored. This is a great group.
Yeah, this is a fantastic
excellent group.
And,
excellent group.
Sticks, it's been a couple months, but I saw you at the beginning of the summer out at Tully's store out in California, and you had a lot of rising stars.
Absolutely. That was a great product placement and pop-up at the Nilo organization. When you think of all of the things going on right now in automotive and the guests that are on the podcast this week, it's a testament to how fast the industry is evolving, and a testament to the automotive industry being at its pinnacle point to be involved in. It's absolutely the best time to be in automotive, and it's just exciting seeing the collaboration between fixed ops, sales, the whole dynamic, the infrastructure of dealerships. It's great.
Sticks, it is an exciting time. I've had so many people on the show say that to me, and we don't remember a time at all like this where there's so much happening. There's a lot of industry events that are occurring right now that'll, may foreshadow, what the next couple months look like. But what a great period to be going through. And both of your products, Radiant Ride and Steve, Strategic DX, never been a better time than right now for what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Open-mindedness. There's a lot to say about, when I started this chapter of my life a decade ago, I saw something that I was shocked existed, and I pursued it. And I felt like maybe I was the only person that thought it was a problem for a long time, until, again, things caused change to occur. And the pandemic certainly did that. Staffing shortages does that. Vehicle issues do that. What about the strike that's happening, or all these things that are influencers? It makes people open their minds to, wait a minute, maybe, just maybe, there's a better way.
Yeah, no question about it. And Jean, you're part of that as well, what you're doing at Quantum 5. Tell us what you do at Quantum 5, by the way.
Well, I'm a script writer for Quantum 5, so a lot of the content that you'll see in their app is stuff that's written by me and some of the other amazing writers that we have on our team.
Yeah. So you work with Sarah Van Tyne and the others there?
I do. As much as I love Sarah and I wish I could work with her even more, we don't always cross paths as much as I would like to. More in my little hole writing away. And she's out there making, real face-to-face connections. But yeah, it's great to be a part of a team where Quantum really makes sure that everyone's able to be as creative as they want and have their voices feel heard, which is great. And yeah, I really enjoy the space that we work in. It's great.
And I don't know if you saw Tony Owens there in the chat, but he's a big fan of the Quantum 5 team. He calls it the dream team. Okay. And you've really got the dream team there. And I agree, Tony, it is revolutionary as well. And by the way, just so you all know, we have the Fixed Ops Roundtable. Today was the first day. It's going on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Jean, Sophie had a question for me today. And I thought it was a very very good question. She said, can people still get tickets now, even though it started like tonight and tomorrow and the next day? And I said, yes, you absolutely can. And fixedopsroundtable.com is where to get them, everybody. So if you haven't gotten the tickets yet, it's not too late. And you can still see the superstars who are on here with us tonight as well. So Sticks, if you don't mind, and I see Ashley Ellis from Brook.ai, great friend of the roundtable as well. Ashley, your new CEO, is on the program on Wednesday, I believe. Sticks, tell us, what does Radiant Ride do? And tell us a little bit about your product and service, because it's all about this thing called convenience that we were discussing in the green room.
Absolutely. In the green room prior to going live, we were talking about, there are numerous panelists speaking on the topic of convenience. In today's marketplace, anything to save the consumer time is appreciated. So with our business model, we're creating convenience in the area of cosmetic car care repairs. Our platform provides convenience for routine maintenance and cosmetic repairs during the same service visit at a dealership. So when you bring your car in for routine maintenance and need a dent and ding, windshield chip repaired, or alloy wheel repaired, our team coordinates with the dealership to execute the ultimate vehicle appearance experience of routine maintenance and cosmetic repairs. Dealers love the convenience. Customers love dealers love the retention. Customers love the convenience. And at the end of the day, pride of ownership, higher trade-in value, higher resale value. It's win-win for the consumer and win-win for the dealer.
And Sticks, when the customer buys the car at a Radiant Ride certified dealer, they get this really neat kit. Talk to us about that, because I thought that is so impressive, and I see that in a lot of your merchandising and your product placements.
Absolutely. You know, the value proposition of providing the consumer a nice car care kit at delivery is appreciated by car owners. So as part of our program, we have these, it's right behind me.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
There it is. You know, we have them showcased in the showroom, displayed pyramid fashion, and inevitably the consumer will ask, hey, how do I get one of these kits? What's that kit about? What's the Radiant Ride kit? And it's a segue into introducing the Radiant Ride service plan.
And Sophie, Sticks is up in Fresno. You're down in Los Angeles. And Sophie, you know all about how inconvenient it is to go have your vehicle go in for any kind of work and repair, okay, which I know you're going through as well. So, you know, his service really and his product is that you could take care of it all at one time when you go in for the oil change or tire rotation or regular service. You know, Sticks makes sure all that's taken care of in one shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everything takes so much longer in Los Angeles and in this area than you think it's going to take. So Sticks, yeah.
Yeah. And along the same lines of providing mobile, if the consumer is unable to make it to the store or where it needs mobile, we have the mobile network as well for that added convenience. You know, a lot of times the customer's not slated for routine maintenance for 2-3 months or until their next oil change. So if they need that cosmetic repair done in a more timely manner, we have a network of guys that do the dent and ding, the windshield chip, the leather rip and tear, headlight restoration, cosmetic paint touch up. We're trying to drum up excitement. Bring something new to the table.
Drum up excitement. I love it.
Gene, you got to use that.
I was just going to say, I'm stealing that. The next round, the
Drum
next
it
round
up.
table, I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
Where's my pen?
which is what we've been doing over the past couple of months is, I'm a drummer, and I want to share part of my passion with people in the business. So as a novel way of recognizing others who are doing great things in automotive, I've been sending my commemorative drumsticks to a lot of fixed ops professionals around the country, and just thanking them for inspiring others to create informative content and elevating industry standards, customer service, and just all in all, drumming up excitement. That's what it's all about.
And Sticks, on your panel, in addition to all the dealer people you've got on Wednesday, you've also got that lady with who leads the mobile unit. And I thought that's incredible because there's so much energy right now around this mobile initiative and convenience initiative, like with Ed Roberts and Jim Sabino, I mentioned earlier. Sticks, you're right on it, doing the same thing, but going to the customer.
No, absolutely. You want to give customers options, right? How soon are you bringing your car for routine maintenance? Would you like the repair done sooner? And have a solution for both scenarios. The customers love having that convenience selection.
All right, now, Gene, let me give you a new scenario, okay?
Okay.
Customer buys the car at the dealership, new car, takes delivery, and comes back in, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, 2 years later. They bought an extended service agreement on the vehicle, okay? The dealership typically offers several different kinds, maybe through the OEM and maybe through one of their providers as well. And they go in to see the service advisor because now they want to use that extended service agreement. And Steve Apicella at Strategic DX identified a real dominant area. Steve, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about what Strategic DX does. That's just a little bit of it, but tell us the rest.
Yeah, so first of all, I always love saying thank you first, Ted. I love this platform. I love your events. I love all the people that you bring in because this community is stronger. Clearly, I know it's cliche, but stronger when it's together. We're sharing ideas and we're learning from one another. This platform is brilliant for that. Our company, Strategic DX, has identified a gap, a process gap in our great industry, which is it our industry's mission to sell a car and maybe an F&I product or two, or to also earn a recurring customer thereafter? And one of the challenges that we have in our industry is every dealer operates sales and service, or variable and fixed, like two separate companies under one roof. The problem that creates is a customer experience fragmentation, that we can do our job in sales and we can do our job in fixed ops, but until we connect the gap in between the two, it's a vast chasm where lots of customers are lost. So we developed a dealer branded application to do, among other things, like what you just mentioned, Ted, where if a customer who purchased a vehicle at their dealership and some F&I products, they come back when they have a problem, they think they have coverage, they never read their service contract or warranty, they show up on their dealer service drive and confidently proclaim, I bought my vehicle here and I bought some protection products, I need service support. And our ill-equipped service advisors, and it's not their fault, we just do a bad job at supporting them in these moments. The service advisor many times has to say, what products did you buy from us? Do you have a copy of your contract with you? Do you know what it's called? Do you know who it's through? And it doesn't matter if the customer is thinking it or saying it, it's equally as damaging to the relationship between them and the dealer, which is time out. I bought this stuff from you. Don't you know?
Yeah.
And they should, but they don't. Right. And this is where this connection, so like what Sticks represents, this critical financial cornerstone of F&I for every dealership. Right now, the limitation of F&I is self-inflicted, which is, let's keep these products the world's greatest secret until the customer enters whatever the dealer's finance office is. During and at the end of a 3-hour car buying process, expose them to Sticks products and maybe 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 other things, and then expect them to make a decision right now.
Yes. Yeah.
Or never thereafter. That's a self-inflicted limitation. That's a financial and relationship mistake. How many customers?
Hey, Steve, can I just interrupt you for a moment? So my daughter, Jean is my daughter, by the way, if you haven't figured that out. I took delivery of a vehicle of a new BMW, a 22, right, last year. And we went into the F&I office. And I said to Jean, come with me, and I want you to listen to this and sit through this, okay? And the gentleman, Jean, you remember, he gave us, would you say he was a soft sell or was he more of a hard sell?
Well, I'd say that's a hard question because it was definitely a hard sell.
It
I
was
think,
now or never, Steve.
Yeah.
Whether I buy
yeah.
the tire and wheel, whatever the product was, I had to buy it now. And I said, Gene, he's probably going to ask us a couple times, okay, before we get out of the office. And he did. And so, Gene, what Steve has done, he's put together an application for that dealer, for the dealer, where the customer can buy that product later. They don't have to buy it now on the spot. Because guess what? I might have bought that product, a few weeks later, a few months later, 6 months later, whatever time frame. And Steve gives the ability to sell that product, not just at the one time. Steve, I think you call it the micro moment.
Yeah, so the micro moment is the F&I menu presentation. I'm not telling anybody to remove that presentation. Of course not. There's a lot of revenue earned there. But should all of the revenue and relationship value of F&I reside in that tiny moment alone? And that's the self-inflicted mistake. Should a customer have intuitive access to all their purchased F&I products, even through multiple administrators, and there's always multiple administrators, should they have intuitive access to all that in one digital view on their smartphone? Of course they should. But by direct extension, we can also show them everything else they didn't buy in that same environment to give them a second, third, fourth, fifth organic shot at, let me show you, let me teach you, let me educate you, let me inspire you that there are some protection products here that can help enhance your ownership journey. And we don't have to club you over the head in that one-time moment to accept it. And that's it's a missing part. We need to equip our service advisors with the tools to be able to decipher the stuff when customers come back in. But why not empower our service advisors to sell F&I? And you can't do that. It's been tried for decades. You can't do that. A service advisor, if they don't know what the customer already purchased, how can they sell something they don't already have? They don't know, right? This is a mistake in our industry. And you use Sticks, I applaud you, right? Radiant Ride, great product. I don't go in and tell dealers to change that product. I'd show them a pathway how they can take all of their products and keep them connected to their customer throughout their ownership journey. And that's answers the question about what's the mission? Sell a car and an F&I product or two, or also earn a recurring customer. Everybody in our industry will say recurring customer. I haven't had one person ever say we're just selling cars. But the challenge is it takes leadership and process to achieve the latter. And if you're missing one or the other, then we're going to get what we get, which is mass customer defection after the point of sale.
Steve, it almost sounds like Amazon to earn that repeat customer coming back, because when you buy a product from Amazon, it says you may also consider this product, and this product. And by the way, Steve, does Amazon make it easy? Big time, right?
Yeah, and so we love talking about this. It's the thing that's most relatable. Everybody on this show has interacted with Amazon. Not once, but over and over and over and over again. Amazon's a $1 trillion plus or minus valued company, depending on the day. $1 trillion valued company, not because they can sell something one time, but because they make the experience after the sale so desirable, but wait, and connected with the sale. It's not a separate thing. Variable ops and fixed ops, should they be two separate initiatives under one dealer roof? Again, we're doing it to ourselves. It's self-inflicted. It's got to be one unified journey if we desire anything more than a one-time transaction. And again, Amazon brilliantly does this by making the post-sale engagement so connected and so easy that you don't even think about it. You go back to them again and again and again and again. Tell me, anybody watching this, do you desire that for your dealer? Of course you do. Absolutely. It takes leadership and it takes process to achieve it. And that's what we're focused on as a company and as a solution in the industry.
So your dealer experience.
Yeah.
It's your dealer experience. Yep.
Your dealer experience.
I applaud both of you, Steve and Sticks Brown, because you're both changing the game. Okay. And you're making it super convenient to make this an Amazon type experience. Now, Sticks, my daughter, Jean, got her own place just maybe 2 months ago, right? And I thought, Sticks, that when she moved out, I wouldn't get these Amazon boxes every day. Sticks, they're still coming. In fact, I texted her the other day. She goes, Dad, I ordered this stuff for you. Okay, there's some stuff for you.
I love that. It's not going to change. Gene, your bedroom will always stay the same, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Before, I didn't want to miss this opportunity. So Ted, I gave you props on this great format that you have, but the way that it works is with the people around you and the contributors to it. Sophie's been an amazing addition, right? I really love your enthusiasm and your spirit and everything that you're doing and your professionalism. Gene's been writing the intros for how long?
So Gene has been writing the intros since May the 4th, which was May of 22. So going on a year and a half, Steve.
Gene, I'm blown away. I'm blown away with your talent. And I could see whatever you keep going for. And the same thing with Sophie. That's pretty clear where that goes. And then I am a huge fan of Sticks. I have been from the first time I met the guy. And
likewise, Steve.
He's providing a great product and he's a great contributor. Go find this guy and figure out how you take a segment that Sticks. I hope you don't mind me saying, you take a segment of F&I that is not looked at very proudly. Right. There's a lot of negative stigma that's associated to what you do in the category. You're bringing a bright light and integrity to a segment that's otherwise very tarnished. And I'm proud to know you. Yeah.
Thank you very much. When Ted mentioned that you were going to be on the show tonight and asked if I could join you, it was an immediate yes. As the panelists and many of your guests know, that Steve's platform is your dealer experience. I mean, that's what we're all striving for, is how can we help the dealer execute an experience for the consumer after the purchase, right? We have just an amazing opportunity at the dealership level to execute a higher customer engagement, a higher experience. Can you imagine when you pull up to the service drive and you have a vehicle service contract, you have gap insurance, you have tire and wheel and the multitude of other products that you have on the vehicle, and the service advisor is able to key in the VIN number and identify a list of all of the products that they purchased at F&I, and then mention to the consumer, I see you have this here, this there. We're going to take care of this. We're going to take care of it. It just summarizes the potential service opportunity for the consumer versus guesswork.
Can you imagine, this concept of planting seeds, right? That every touch point that we have is what we have to succeed with if we're going to earn a recurring customer over time. You can't fail, right? And if you fail, you got to own it and you got to make it right. Could you imagine a customer who spent $2,700, $3,700 in addition to buying their car on these products, and then they come into the service drive and say, hey, I need service support. I bought my car here. I bought the products here. And the service advisor says, great, what products did you buy from us? What's going to happen the next time that customer's in the F&I office and they're offered those products? They're going to be like, hey, no, thanks. I went through that before. Yeah, I love Sophie's expression. So, this is the reality that we have to earn it every step of the way. And, part of the other reason I like having Gene and Sophie on here is the future of automotive retail is them, right? The experiences that they bring into automotive retail and the expectations that they set are based on their personal interactions. That's what we're measured against. We're not measured against the last car buying process. We're measured against Amazon and the experience that we have with them. And that's what we have to do as an industry. I think, to level set here, you guys, because I always want to make sure I don't sound like I'm just on a high horse. I love our industry. I really, really do. And I don't think everything's wrong. I think there's a lot of things that are right. But I also think there's a lot of disconnected process-related things that we have to shore up if we truly want the recurring customer beyond the one-time transaction.
Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely. The service advisors on the front line of being able to create that wow factor. it all starts with the service advisor.
Give them the tools. Give them the tools to
Correct.
do their job. That includes training, like what Gene does in Quantum 5, and that includes the
Yes.
process parts of it. They can't
Yes.
be the disconnected portion of the chain when they're on the front lines like that. We have to do a better job. And most importantly, too, if we're not connecting with a customer on their smartphone today, we're not connecting with them at all.
That's right.
No.
Right? We have to keep the connected customer because we can't lose them between the variable. Because variable, again, what does sales do? Customer acquisition at all costs, right? Every dealer spends tens of thousands of dollars on customer acquisition every single month. We sell them a car, maybe an F&I product or two, and then what does the sales department do? They go after the next customer, right? Whose job is it to retain that customer and keep them tethered as part of the relationship with their dealer? And this is something, again, as sobering as I can be about this, I believe it's my responsibility as part of the support community. In fact, I think it's everybody's responsibility on this call to strengthen the most important relationship in automotive retail. And it's not my relationship. It's the dealer's relationship with their customer.
Yeah.
But it's got to lead to two things: more revenue and more sticky retention. And if any of us aren't doing that, then I don't think we're doing the right job.
Yeah, and although it's the best time to be in automotive, I think we can all agree that it's only going to get more competitive in automotive.
It is.
And anything that you can do strategically to create that higher customer engagement and convenience is going to make you more competitive in the marketplace. So immediately, Steve, your platform, it aligns with mine in a way. We all want to strive for a higher convenience, and seeing the industry evolve and become more Amazon, if you will, in nature for the consumer experience.
Convenience means,
Can't say it enough.
It means accessibility. It means it not being the world's greatest secret. It means at my fingertips. It means when I do show up, again, this is a misnomer about technology. I'm not, even though I'm a technology guy, I'm not anti-people, right? Technology removes the pain points so our in-person engagements can be better, right? That's what we have to do. Imagine that very same scenario where that customer comes in, I bought my car, I bought some production products, I need service support. Scan the VIN barcode and show that service advisor all the F&I products the customer purchased in one digital view, even if it's from multiple administrators. Why not? Right? It's a technological connection, but what it does is it empowers that service advisor to do his or her job. And
that's where the rubber meets the road.
That's it.
I love it. So everybody, Steve mentioned a few moments ago about the future of the industry, and Sophie, he mentioned your name, and Gene, he mentioned yours as well.
100%.
After this event is over this week, the Fort Stock event, we're taking the Fixed Ops Roundtable on the road to meet the future of the automotive industry. And on October 6th, which I think is just maybe 2 weeks away, we are taking the Fixed Ops Roundtable up to Northwood University, which is an accredited university, 60 plus years in existence, with an automotive marketing program like none other. And we are going to host a pop-up event at Northwood on Friday, October the 6th. And that's going to include Sophie will be there. Sarah Van Tyne is going to be there, and we're bringing the Fixed Ops Roundtable team up there. So we're going to actually host the pop-up event. We're going to be live, and we're going to do that right from Northwood University, and that's going to be on Friday, October 6th. We're going to meet a lot of the future leaders and alumni, because it's going to be at their 60th International Auto Show, which is student-run, with over 10,000 people there. So we'll have a big stage set up at the Fixed Ops Roundtable on Northwood's campus, and that should be a lot of fun. So we're looking to that as well. In the meantime, this week, everybody, we ask you to tune in again tomorrow. We're here this week. Sticks Brown has a dynamic panel at Radiant Ride on the Fixed Ops Roundtable. Steve Apicella has a great segment. You'll appreciate, Gene, how he intertwined Fort Stock and Woodstock, okay, to let the music play, okay? And I love how Steve put all that together. So, Steve, that's very well done.
So much fun. And Northwood University in Michigan, yes?
Northwood University is in Midland, Michigan, everybody. It's about 2 hours north of Detroit. Sophie, you're from Michigan, right?
I am. Yep. Detroit area.
Yeah. So we're going to meet up in Detroit, everybody. And we're going to go to Dearborn, Steve, first. And we're going to be interviewing Ali Rita, whom you all probably know, #1 automotive salesperson in the world. And we're going to meet him at Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac. We're going to interview him there. And then everyone is heading up to Midland, to Northwood University for the pop-up there. And that's going to be pretty exciting, Steve. There's a lot of stuff going on there. And, of course, Sticks and Steve, you're welcome to that. And as well as all of the other pop-ups that we have on the agenda here as well coming up.
You know, one of the things I'll share real quick, I travel just about every week, like a lot of you guys do, right? All around the country. And it's a blessing in many ways. It's a challenge being away from home and family, of course, but it's hard to replace being in person. Ted, you and I talked about this, right? Like virtual is strong and it brings a community together. It removes excuses. Let's get together. But boy, the power of being in person is hard to replicate. And one of the things that I love is being able to see this beautiful country that we live in. And northern Michigan or central Michigan or whatever that is, it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful part of the country. And this time of year is going to be fantastic, no doubt. I'm originally from Chicago, so I know it well. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. October 6th should be great weather.
Seasons. Yeah, yes.
There we go, Sticks. But Sticks, not as great weather as California in
Hey, listen, it has
winter.
its unique, I mean, it's nice in the Midwest. You're leaving that humidity and going right into the changing of the colors.
Hey, Sticks, to be
But
clear,
no.
like from the 3rd week of September to the 2nd week of October, that's about it. And then you got to get out of it.
Exactly. No, we're spoiled out here in California. We enjoy it. We enjoy it.
No doubt.
Well, everybody, thank you for tonight. Exciting stuff. Steve, look forward to seeing you on the event, and Sticks as well this week. Fort Stock, everybody, still coming up a couple more days. If you don't have the tickets yet, fixedopsroundtable.com. You'll see this fella, Ed Robertson, there in a segment or two. Sarah Van Tyne is on there. The great Tully Williams is going to be joining us as well. And we're going to run that all the way through Thursday, end of day. And Tony Owens is going to be on there also, everybody. So,
hey, by the way, Tony Owens, great guy. I'm looking at all the comments here. I mean, this is what also makes this show is all the people watching and commenting.
Yes,
we see you, we feel you. Thanks for being here.
yeah,
absolutely.
And
Big fan of all the guests.
And Steve and Tony, Tony is, really brought his whole career back, okay, in the last couple of years, and now is out in the forefront. And Steve, I have people who actually contact me and say, can you help me get in touch with Tony Owens? We want to have him on our show.
His presence is felt and appreciated. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
As is all
No
of yours.
doubt.
So everybody, thank you for tonight. We will see you in a couple days here at After Dark as well. And in the meantime, catch the Fort Stock event this week. So
again, the content's great. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Congratulations, Gene, Sophie. Keep up the great work.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.